Hi everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing another apartment hunt with you guys. If you guys haven't seen part 1, I will link it down below. If you're new here, hi, my name's Ashley. Right now, at the moment I'm filming this, I'm literally 1 week away from graduating. Like today, next week, I'll be graduating and walking the stage. I'm moving to the DFW area for post-grad. Realistically, would have dreamt of living in Dallas. Financially, wasn't the smartest move to move to Dallas. If I could get a really good deal in the Dallas area, I would move there. My criteria for the apartment was I'm looking for a 1-bed, 1-bath, midpoint between work and Dallas, because I would love to be in Dallas as much as possible. Safe area. So this is the second round of apartments that me and my mom looked at. The first apartment was a mid-rise. The showroom was 2-bed, 2-bath, I believe. So this one they had 4 different units that they could have given me. So the first one was a 783 square foot unit for $1,424, and then an 897 square foot for $1,458, 849 square foot for $1,450, and a 906 square foot for $1,532. And this was pretty good because these square footage are bigger than most of the square footage I looked at. I'm pretty sure the most of the square footage I was looking at was ranging around like 600 to 700 square footage, so these are pretty big. I don't think it was my vibes necessarily to live. The rooms were kind of like yellow, but like not a deal breaker, you know. It was a nice quiet area. It was nice that it like had elevators. It was a parking garage, and I think parking was free. So this one I loved. I found online and I loved it. The finishing reminded me of Aspire a lot.
Just like Aspire. Look.
The only caveat is when I was looking online, the prices were cheaper than when I went in person for the quotes. I don't have specific like square footage and stuff like that. I looked at 2 different units and styles. I just loved it. What worries me is that like parking might be a problem because there wasn't much parking that was like near the apartment. So like you might have to like walk. Reserve parking is like kind of pricey, but might be worth it, you know? So it's just kind of like, oh, like I don't know where I'm gonna park, and there's not a lot of parking near for the apartment. So that's like the only thing I'm concerned about. This is probably like my most like quote unquote luxurious apartment that I looked at. Yeah, it was just way out of my price range that I'm comfortable spending, so that was sadly like a no, even though like the apartment was beautiful. The apartments that I did narrow down to, like definitely take in consideration like all the monthly fees that you're gonna be paying and stuff like that, like valet, trash, pest control, parking, etc., and like what bills are going to be billed, because some apartment will already put those fees in your base rent, and then some will just take it out, but they'll state it, so your base rent might look cheaper comparing to other apartments when they could equate the same. I just loved when I was like touring around. It was a very young demographic, which I really liked because I don't know, I just really want to be around like people my age and just potentially make friends, because I am coming with like no friends. So the next one, this one was a really big community. This community was huge. I think they had like 40 something buildings. When I came in there, I did not expect to be like told, oh, like you can pay for like a washer dryer connection, or you can pay for outer laundry machine. They have laundry rooms outside that you pay for, which I was totally not expecting. So this just kind of like out of the picture for me. The unit I looked at, I'm pretty sure there was like 2 remodelings that could have been given, and the remodeling looks beautiful. I loved the apartment. It was nice, it was beautiful. Location wise, not my favorite. We looked at a 636 square foot, and it came with stainless steel. It came with the upgraded renovations, and that was $1,400 a month. And then there was one that was not updated with black appliances, and that was $1,285 a month. And the place was nice, it was pretty. He showed us like the pictures of the black appliances, got to view the renovated apartment, and it was nice. It was just location wasn't my favorite. This demographic was a lot more like family oriented. This community charged like $130 of just like mandatory monthly fees. Like they had a facility fee, pest control fee, trash fee, Amazon locker fee, and an amenity fee, which I don't think most of these apartments charged an amenity fee, and if they did, it was probably in the base rent already. And like the deposit was like really big. It was like a month's worth of rent. The next place is pretty nice, well in my budget, but location. I believe I toured a 2-bed, 2-bath. but it was probably the same finishings, maybe different cabinets. One bed, one bath, 659 square foot was $1,236 a month. So because I saw the lower prices for that, I asked how much a 2 bed, 2 bath was, and they were going for a 951 square foot was $1,562, which isn't bad compared to like what I've been seeing, but it's also like location plays a big part of it. It came with washer and dryer, and the closet was like really big, which was really nice. I believe half of it was like renovated, half of it wasn't renovated. Just location is the big thing for me. The next place I looked at is probably the closest I can get to where I actually want to be without paying like an arm and a leg. So this place was nicely renovated. It looked very modern. The demographic looked younger. The walk-in closet was like really nice and big. I really didn't have any complaints about this place. The only thing is though, like a washer and dryer is like a really big thing for me. I want it in units. Most of them come with like the connection. However, I believe this place, it was like more so, we don't know if you have a washer and dryer or not until the current tenant moves out. And if they have it, then the washer and dryer is already in your rent. And if they don't, we would have to go rent it. But I think this place was like, oh, you're gonna have to go out like somewhere else and rent it. They no longer work with a company that just like rents it to you, so that's kind of annoying. I don't have prices at the moment. They had a 762 square foot and an 808 square foot. So the next place, if you guys remembered 2-3 apartments ago, I showed you guys, I loved that apartment. It looked like Aspire, so I found this one, and it also looks like Aspire. It's practically like identical finishings, which is great, but for like a lower price, which I loved. And it comes with a washer and dryer, which is nice. This one came with a 662 square footage. I loved the color schemes. They had 2 different color schemes, so I'm okay with like either color schemes. They had either espresso or a gray color scheme, but I love the layout. It looked like a decent size apartment. Like it didn't look too squished, because some of these apartments like looked really bad. Because I was comparing square footage and I was like, huh, we looked at this apartment, but it looks bigger than this apartment, even though like this one might have a little bit more square footage than the other one. So I definitely really like the layout. I love the finishings of it. It looks really nice. It looks really modern, and it was also had a younger demographic, which is great. So 662 square footage with the espresso color scheme was $1,405 a month. And what was nice is that this apartment had a parking garage that's connected to the apartment, and they don't charge for parking, which is great because some of these parking fees are like through the roof. Okay, so this place was renovated. They showed us a non-renovated unit, and obviously the renovated unit is more pricey. What's annoying is that they require an $89 fee for cable and internet when I don't even use cable. I looked at a non-renovated apartment and that was $1,190, and then a renovated apartment would have been $1,369. And I looked at the renovated one, and see, this one was 679 square foot, and I thought it felt pretty small, but the last one I showed y'all was 662, and it looked bigger. The layout was just better. Then they gave me a 719 square footage, and that was $1,410, and that wasn't renovated either. But then they showed me a 640 square, oh, they didn't show me, but they gave me an option. A 640 square footage, and that was $1,159 with it being renovated. So I'm just like, the renovated pictures look nice. I didn't get to see the renovation in person, and for $1,156, not bad, but I'm like, the 679 already looked small to me, so I don't know if I would sacrifice to go down like another extra like 50 square footage. So it's just a lot to think about. What's nice is parking was free, but it's also like at the price point, like I would prefer something renovated. The very last apartment is just a big no-no, but I'll just show you guys the prices anyways. The 689 square footage was $1,253. The price point was good, just wasn't a fan of the apartment, the layout. I don't know, something was just like really off. So as soon as like I went in it, I was just like, no, like this is not a place that I want to stay at. And I also didn't like the closet. The place came with like 2 closets, but they were like really small. The space wasn't using like the maximum capacity it could be for the closet. And they just recently changed management, so they couldn't tell me if I was getting a washer and dryer or not. Some of the places came with the washer and dryer and some of them didn't. And the washer and dryer was outside on the balcony, which I don't know how I would feel about that. So wasn't a really big fan of the closet, which is surprising because I haven't really had a problem with like the closets I've been seeing because they have been more than enough. I just would have preferred like more hanging space, like there were walls that could be used to hang. The pros about this apartment was that the monthly charges were like super cheap, like $5 pest control, $5 amenities, $7 cash, $3 trash administration. Like that's so cheap compared to like everything else. Just the apartment itself, the layout I didn't like, and I didn't like knowing that I probably could have a washer dryer, I probably could not, and then I have to deal with all that. And the deposit was like really high. So those are the apartments so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on these apartments, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.